Right, a question I see coming up all the time on social media groups is how do you clean your mixing pots? Well, these I find really quite simple because UV resin is, just pop it in underneath your UV light and they should cure, and then you can just remove what's left. So I'm just going to switch those on. While they're on there, the other thing I use is this alcohol rub. I'm going to put some of that into this mould here. You can see there's bits and pieces in there. So just simply spray it on. Spray it on, let it soak in for a little while. This mould also has some bits on there, so again I'm just going to spray that. This has some on the back here. I tend to use these coaster moulds sometimes to rest other pieces on while I'm working on them. So we're going to let that all soak in for a moment. And then the other thing I use is baby wipes. I just get the cheapest ones I can find because you do go through so many of these, or I do anyway. Then we go back to the first one that we did. Just going to wipe that out now. I'm not going to get that stain out in the middle because obviously it's been there for some time. It's an old stain, but it doesn't interfere with anything that I work with. You can feel little bits of hard resin in there, but it's coming off. And I've just got some bits now on the other side of this. So I'm just going to spray the other side as well. It really is pretty good, this alcohol rub. Right, the UV light's just gone off, so those other pots will be ready to come out, and I'll show you how we get those off. Come back to that one in a moment. Right, so this one just had clear UV resin in there, and that should just come out really easily. There we go. And then this piece, I keep all of these because you can actually use them for filler-ins on other resin pieces. We'll go into that in another blog later on. Now I've just taken that out, I'm just going to finish it off with a white round with a baby wipe. You can turn these little cups inside out, which is quite useful. This has had some coloured pigments in there. And as you can see, that comes off quite easily with the baby wipe. If it didn't, then I would spray with some alcohol rub. So that's that one clean. Now let's see what's happening with these. Right, this has had pigment in it, so I'm not sure if that is going to cure. It might do, it might have done. It has a bit. Yes, it has done a bit. So what I'm going to do, I've got gloves on, obviously, because working with resin you should have. So I'm just going to take that bit off. It's very sticky, as you can see. Throw that bit away and have another baby wipe, which is why I get the cheapest baby wipes I can find. As I said, I do go through quite a few, but this will get this all off and it will all be ready and clean to put some new resin into. There you go. Again, I turned it inside out. I don't know if you noticed me doing that. There you go. That's perfect. Now let's see what the other one's done. That again had some pigment in there, some white pigment. Another baby wipe ready. Just turn that one inside out. Again, that hasn't cured fully. That's because of the pigment. So we're just going to take that one out and discard it. Don't want to keep anything that's got wet resin or uncured resin or pigment within it. So I'm just going to wipe this one out just with the baby white. Again, you do need to have gloves on to do this. You wouldn't want to be getting that all over your fingers. And as you can see, it's really quite simple. There you go. Turn that one inside out as well. Much easier when you do them inside out. And there's really not much to it. I see things sometimes where people are soaking them in hot soapy water and doing all sorts of things. I just really don't think you need to. I'd rather spend that time crafting. Quick wipe with a baby wipe or some alcohol rub under the light and job done. There you go. That's all three of those all nice and clean, ready to use. This mould is almost ready. But I think you get the picture now. It really is quite simple. But it's just, I see that question come up so many times. I don't really understand why, to be honest. But there you go. I mean, before I use a mould, I will always check that it is okay, and if it's not, I'll just give it a quick wipe over with a baby wipe before I start. Let it dry before I put any resin into there. There you go. On the back there. That's fine. And then there was this little one here, just had a little bit of resin there. They're just popping off now, that's fine. I just keep all my resins in a storage drawer, those plastic storage drawers. Again, I know some people put them all into individual plastic bags and hang them up, and well, it's great, I suppose, if you can be that well organised and you've got that space. I don't have that amount of space. Just got some bit of gold there that's not coming off. There you go, it's gone now. Honestly, baby wipes are worth their weight in gold. Anyway, that's how you clean off your moulds and your mixing cups. Hope you found that helpful, and catch you next time.